Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by. I wanted to show you a quick tutorial on how to make these beautiful flowers. I've been watching some videos on YouTube and I'm going to link in the description area of this video the best tutorial that I saw. She actually made it out of fabric and I think she made it out of sheets, and it was just really pretty the way that it came out. So I wanted to show you my version of it. But I really wanted to make one out of muslin, and so here we go. Oh, before I start, let me show you. I made this out of fabric from a pillowcase, and I agree with her that the ones made from fabric and just really lighter materials come out really fluffy. So you could fluff them up. And this is again out of a pillowcase that I just cut in circles, and I'll tell you the dimensions that I used. This was my first one ever that I made with muslin, but it just came out too huge. I mean, it came out to 4 inches across, and that's that. I mean, it's pretty. I can for sure use it on something, but for paper crafting and my mini books, which I love, of course, as you know, this was just too big. So I ventured out. I made one out of paper. This is out of 7 Gypsies paper, but I don't know. I mean, it's cute, but it doesn't come out the same as if you made one from fabric. So I kept going. This one I made, but it's kind of too fluffy, too big. So let's see. I showed you this one already from a pillowcase. This one I made last night. I used a lot of extra petals, and then I put one in the middle. And it was okay. On this one I used 8 big petals and 11 small, but this one's my favorite. And this one I used 7 large ones on the bottom and then 7 smaller ones on the top. And so again, this one's my favorite. And this one is another one. I just haven't put one in the middle. So okay, let's get going. You need for sure a glue gun. Extra glue sticks because you're gonna use a lot. For the bottom petals that I used 7, I started with I know this is kind of tattered, but it's a 2.5 inch circle. So that's the bottom. And then the top is a 1.5 inch circle. Top. And then for my base, where I put everything down on, I just use my Fiskars cutter, circle cutter, this one, but it really doesn't matter as long as you have, you know, your base is a little bit smaller than your largest petal, I guess. So, and you can experiment around with it. I did a bunch of different styles. So here we go. I already made some to work on, but I want to show you how to make it. So you take and it doesn't matter what you start with. You take this one of the circles, you fold it, then you fold it again, and then right here, see how I left kind of an edge? I just found that it's easier to work with and it looks really nice if you leave an edge like that. That way when you use your glue gun and seal it, just kind of gives it a different style right in the middle. So you want to kind of hold it. What I do is with one finger I hold it with the other fingers because I have to multitask. I start folding the bigger one or the next one. This is something good to do in front of the TV because it's very laborious, so it's not some, you know, unless you like to sit and do these, but I like to do them in front of the TV. So again, sorry, the big circle I folded again, left a little edge right there for my glue gun. And here we go. So this one should be good. I just kind of set it down to let it cool, and then I hold the bigger one, and then you just kind of let that cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So you take your base. That's the one that I did with the Fiskars, and I want to kind of eyeball it. Oh, before I start, the first ones I didn't cut off this edge, and my friend Noelle suggested, and that was a brilliant idea, to cut the edge because then it doesn't make it so bulky. So I tried that, and actually the ones I did here and here, I cut this part off. So So I'm going to do 7. So here we go. 1, 2. I love my Timmy scissors. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, if you don't hold it down, this is what happens. But it's okay. You just put a little bit of more glue. And that was for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to set that aside. And then the little ones, I don't need to cut because I want that point. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So here we go. So I'm going to put some glue on the bottom. This is my base. You want a lot of glue on here. And then I'm going to show you this part while holding the camera because it's going to be hard to do it with the stand. Sorry about that. Okay, so you just want to start lining them up in a circle. These are the larger ones. 2. And the good thing about the glue gun is if you put them on wrong, then you can still kind of move them around for at least a few seconds. And I'm doing this with one hand. So, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta squeeze one more in here. Come on, little guy. There we go. Okay, so you kind of just maneuver it with your hands, your fingers, excuse me. And then what I also saw some people do it and it turned out beautiful is the bottom layer they did like muslin and the top layer they put lace or some other fabric. But that's kind of pretty too. So kind of push it down a little bit. Okay, so that's your first layer. See? Okay, now your second layer. And we're going to need some more glue. I like my Martha Stewart glue gun, but I think I'm thinking about getting a cordless because I don't like this cord. Okay, so you want to, the second layer, oh, I should have done this before I just kind of put some in the middle right there. You'll see why in a second. The second layer, you're going to layer the flowers between the separation of the previous flowers. Hope that made sense. But so you're kind of covering up that line right there for each one. Okay, so 1, 2, oops, upside down. Ah, this is so hard to do with one hand. 3. I don't know why I'm counting. I'm just going to use all of them because there's 7. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. And the last one fell in place. Okay, so at this point, you kind of mush it in together. It's okay if they're not perfect. And I'm sorry I'm moving this tablet around so much. So see, you just kind of mush it in. That way they're all kind of together towards your glue. And then when I was watching some other videos, I really liked the little blink buttons they put in the middle, but I don't have any. And it's on my shopping list. So you kind of just see how I'm lifting it up. And you want to do more fluffing when it dries, but this is a good time to fluff as well. You can never over fluff. But you can use a flower to go in the middle, or you can use like a crystal. These are my Prima crystals that I received the other day as a gift. The other idea that I had is I have this tinsel. You can kind of smooch some together and put in the middle instead of, oh, that looks kind of nice. See, like that. So it's really pretty, and it was really fun to make. It takes a while to cut the circles out, so find something good to watch on TV and have fun making it. And oh, the other thing I was going to tell you is sometimes, which I haven't tried yet, but I was thinking you can also, when you're doing the circles, you can cut shapes around it. And then I use a chalk edger, the Prima chalk edger, to chalk the edges of it. So that way when you fold it, and fold it again and fold it again, this is how it looks like. I think that's really pretty. I think that's going to be my next one. But thanks for watching, and go and try it yourself. It's a lot of fun. I got the muslin from Walmart, but I'm sure you can find it at any fabric store. Thank you. Have a blessed day.